Welcome into the 5-Star News, everyone. I'm Jamison Shook, and we're going to get it started off with What's Up Heritage here with Lindsey Rogers and Cannon Stafford. Take it away, you two.
Thanks, Jamison. And here's our Wednesday segment of What's Up Heritage. Baseball has their region doubleheader against Northwest Whitfield today. Games will be played at Northwest starting at 5:30. Also, hurry up and buy your prom tickets while you can. Ticket prices are $50 each now. Prom is just around the corner, so get your tickets now. The middle and high school jazz band are having their Moonlight Serenade show. They'll be playing on Saturday, April 24th at HHS. Tickets are selling for $10. Now here's Lindsey Rogers with our weekly weather forecast.
Thanks, Cannon. Now let's get you right into our weather. On Wednesday, we will have a high of 80, a low of 60, and a 10% chance of rain. On Thursday, we will have a high of 80, a low of 55, with an 80% chance of rain. On Friday, we will have a high of 80, a low of 60, with a 30% chance of rain. On Saturday, we will have a high of 70, a low of 50, with a 60% chance of rain. And on Sunday, we will have a high of 75, a low of 50, with a 20% chance of rain. That's it for our weather. Let's get you right back to Jamison.
Thanks, you two. On to the news now. We had a few kids go down to the Skills USA competition in Atlanta. We had a kid place first, and one of our very own in broadcasting placed fourth. Here's Daniel Fleming and Brendan Frady with the recap.
Well, it was different this year because they did it all online, which was new, but it went well, better than last year.
Skills USA this year at the state competition is a little bit different. We didn't travel down to Atlanta this year. Normally we go down there, there's a huge competition and the guys do some stuff down there. This year it was all digital because of COVID stuff, and we submitted a video in the Skills USA Georgia commercial competition. Cole Denton took that on, and it's the first time Cole's ever participated, and he did really well. He finished in fourth place.
So as far as the commercial, basically what we did was I got some cool shots of, Skills USA and some cool shots of Heritage, and I was in an interview and I got to talk about some of the really cool features they have at Skills USA. It's really awesome. I'd recommend it. So it was a lot of fun and pretty simple, but I think it was pretty good. I liked it. So yeah, apparently they did too.
That's fourth out of everybody in the state of Georgia, so we're really proud of how Cole did. The commercial looked pretty good, and to get in the top 5 is pretty awesome. I mean, that's saying something, so we're looking for big things for Cole maybe in the future. And for anybody else that wants to get into skills for audio, video production, let me know. We need people to compete, and Cole's just another student in a long line of our students that have won down there. So we're proud of him, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can do later on in the future.
I expected it to go pretty well. This was my third time competing for it, so I pretty much knew exactly what to expect. I think they did pretty well. I know Declan, who did the 3D model of a house, he did pretty well on his. And I know Mackay Architecture, we did ours at the same time. I know he did pretty well. I don't know exactly what they placed, but...
Congratulations to all involved in Skills USA. Speaking of Skills USA, our public safety teacher, Officer Crane, had a special speaker help him recently teach class, and also a few four-legged friends. And us here at the 5-Star News are here to bring you the report.
So public safety and forensics have teamed up today. We've got a group here from Good Citizen Canine. They're a canine trainer here in Ringgold, Georgia. Damon and Rachel are both trainers over there. Damon's a Marine Corps veteran, served in Iraq, and like I say, he's a local guy. He's got a business over here, and they're talking about dog use in police work and forensic work, search and rescue work, and just all the ways that dogs are used, how the dog's nose works, and how to train the dog to work for public safety agencies or medical agencies or whatever. So it's a cool day. We get to see some dogs. Luckily, the weather, I guess, didn't really cooperate, but luckily we were able to find a place inside. So it's a good presentation, good information for us.
They brought the dogs in, and they had like 4 buckets around the room, and each dog has their own personal praise item. So a dog can be praised by which they taught us by treats or actual praise or a toy. So this one dog had a specific toy, and in one of the buckets they would have the dog sniff out the toy, and they would signal by sitting or by laying down or by scratching that they found their toy in the specific bucket or whatever the item was. and they talked a lot about dog behaviors, and they can train dogs to do literally anything, whether it's for the police or for a home dog for the family. And it was just really interesting, and I learned a lot.
So Thursday before spring break, I got to go meet some dogs. I got to meet Queen Latifah's dog. It was pretty cool. It was awesome to see what company they created. It was really cool how they train their dogs. And we got to meet some really cool animals. And they put like tennis balls in a bin and had them search for it. And they were all really nice to everyone. And it was really cool to get to do that.
I know students probably really enjoyed that presentation. You know what else they probably enjoyed? Spring break. And us here at the 5-Star News are here to go around to a few students and a few teachers around the school and see what they did over their spring break.
Well, over spring break, I did a lot of yard work. I didn't do anything exciting. I didn't go to Disney World. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to Dollywood.
It was working. I was taking care of dogs or at my job. The dogs part was really fun. I was taking care of an old friend of mine's dogs for him while they were in Pennsylvania.
I didn't do anything fun. I cut trees. I took care of children. I mowed the yard.
It was okay. I got to go see family. Went to PT a few times. Work was kind of okay.
I did all the things. I grilled. I played Red Dead Redemption on the PlayStation. That's about it. It was really boring. I did go to church for Easter, though. So
Spring break for me was really good, actually. It was long, which was really awesome. It seemed a little bit long. We had 2 extra days this year, so that was great. As for the Greens, we had a lot going on with basketball and tennis and stuff like that, but we were able to squeeze in a trip to the beach really quick. We went down to the Palm Coast. Well, after spring break usually is kind of a challenge for teachers because the kids have kind of had a taste of summer. But my guys here in First Block, it's First Block on Tuesday. We've been pretty good. I mean, everybody seems eager to be back and ready to go, so I'm excited.
I had a little trouble, hit the snooze button a few too many times this morning, but I got here on time and ready to roll. Got my lesson planning done yesterday, and looking forward to finishing out the year strong.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, but after that, Tate Thomas is going to join me, and we're going to get you caught up on all your latest sports action. Stay tuned. Sports is next.
The night is finally here. It's the night of your prom, the one you've been waiting on all of your life. Just remember, stay above the influence. Don't drink and drive. Make it a night to remember, not a night you'd rather forget.
Welcome into sports, everyone. It's me once again, along here with Tate Thomas, and we got a pretty busy day of sports today. We're going to get it started off with baseball.
That's right, Chuck. And our boys had 5 games over spring break, 2 against Pickens and 3 against the Panthers from Ridgeland.
They also started a pretty huge series against Northwest. So how did our baseball team's pretty busy spring break start out? Us here at the 5-Star News are here to bring you the report.
Over spring break, we had 5 region games last week. We went 4 out of 5 in those games. We took 2 out of 3 in the series against Pickens.
Over spring break, we played 5 games in 5 days. We played Pickens and Ridgeland, and we lost 1 game out of the 5, so we went 4 for 5, which is pretty good for 5 games in 1 week. And we played Pickens of a doubleheader. We won 1 and lost 1 there. So the first game we weren't really prepared and ready to play, but second game we dominated. And then we played Ridgeland, and we just hit the ball good and pitched good, so that was good.
We had a clean sweep against Ridgeland. They're a tough opponent, though. Had a good approach. We threw strikes. That's where it starts. A good approach to the plate and throwing strikes. That's really important. Tonight we face Northwest. a really tough opponent, region opponent with a really good starting pitcher. If we have the same approach at the plate and throw strikes and make plays, I like our chances.
This week we have Northwest Whitfield. They're a pretty solid team. We know they have some pretty good hitters, and they also have a really dominant pitcher on the mound this week, Cade Fisher, Florida commit. Coach Gaylor has really helped us with our approach at the plate, so hopefully we can still get a win.
And then today we have Northwest, and they're pitching their best pitcher, Cade Fisher, which he's pretty good. We're going to have to hit the ball and have good approaches.
Through soccer now, and both our boys and girls were busy over the break as well, playing 2 big matches.
That's right. Our boys also found out that they qualified for the state tournament that will be taking place in a few weeks.
Here's Cole Price and Liam Smart with a story.
So last week we had a couple soccer matches. We played Woodland and then Cedartown. They're both fairly solid, but it was good to get a couple matches over the break so we wouldn't be too rusty. Got picked up 2 wins. Cedartown was a region win, and so that finished up our region schedule. We're pretty much locked into the 2 seed, which means we'll get to host a round of state unless something really crazy happens with the Southeast and Northwest match later on. But so we're excited about that, getting to host a state match. We just got a couple weeks here of some matches to kind of get things ready and polished up, and hopefully we'll make a deep run in the playoffs.
All right, so the girls' soccer team, we played against Woodland on Monday of spring break. It was definitely a rough game, one of our roughest games we've played so far. We won 3-1 because they were able to get a goal in the final 15 minutes of the game. I think it was definitely a hard-fought game, and we really pressed to make sure that we were able to succeed the win and just continue on with our winning streak. And then we played against Cedartown, which was going to be our biggest link to state, and we ended up beating them 7-0. Almost everybody on the offensive line got a goal. It was a pretty good game. It was a not very tough game, but it was an easily thought out game, and we crushed them, and it was a fun game.
So over spring break, Heritage High School soccer team, the boys competed in a couple games, beating Woodland 4-0. Pretty big win over 5A school. Boys played pretty well. Lots of aggressive play.
All right, so the Woodland game, we came out we didn't really put it together very good, kind of started off really slow, and then we started in the second half, and we started turning it on, actually putting in some effort. And I think we were just getting back from a little bit of a break, so I think we started off slow, and then we ended up picking it up later.
So over spring break, our soccer team played Woodland on Monday, and it was a really rough first half, probably one of our worst halves of the season. But I think it was just coming off spring break. But, yeah, we came back in the second half, and we put together 4 goals on the second half and held them to 0, and we won that game. So that was a good win and a good confidence booster going into Cedartown, a huge region game on Tuesday. And that game, we went into it knowing we needed to win. But we came up just short, 2-1. It was a back-and-forth game, hard-fought. But we ended up making state after a 3-way tie for the first time in 5 years, I think, for the boys soccer team. And so it's a really big deal, and I think the whole team's excited, and hopefully we can pull a state playoff win.
Then we played Cedartown. Going into the game, if we win, we're guaranteed a state spot. If we lose or tie, we would go into a 3-way tie with Cedartown and Central. Tough fought game. Played really hard, came up just a goal short, 2-1, and about 20 minutes after the game got a call. We did make the first round of state playoffs, which is something that hasn't happened in a while for the Heritage Soccer program. Looking to make to the first round and excited to see who we're going to play coming in the middle of April.
Congratulations to both boys and girls team. Our tennis team is also about to begin their postseason with region matches beginning this week.
They sure are, and that started yesterday down in Dalton as both our teams tangled with Northwest Whitfield Bruins. How'd it go? Here's Ryan Heat and Hayden Johnson with a story.
Yeah, Tuesday we went down to Dalton, Lakeshore Park to play Northwest Whitfield. It was a makeup from a rainout, and it was a big match. This was to decide who would be the number 3 seed and have it pretty easy. And so it was a battle. My boys started out kind of slow because, we haven't really played in about 2 weeks. It was first day back from spring break. And so we lost a lot of first sets, but we started coming back. The guys realized, hey, we're going to have to play. And so we won a lot of second sets. Actually, 3 of the 5 matches went to 3 sets. And so it was a struggle. Basically, the matches lasted about 3 hours. Each one coming off a 2-week break, it was tough. And hopefully we'll practice this week, and we'll be ready on Monday or in Tuesday of next week for the region tournament.
It was a tough match, yeah. I fought it out. Almost went to a third set there, but I came back from a 2-0 deficit. Won 6 in a row. Feel pretty good about it before a region game, so hopefully we can do the same thing next week. Right, I had a few shank serves, but overall my first serves were just going in over and over again. So I was really proud of my first serves, and I'd come to the net more than he did. He only came to the net about twice because he realized it wasn't working. I was just slamming it back at him, and he'd mess up. So I think we really just got to work on consistency. If we get out there tomorrow at practice and we're feeling better, that'll be nice. We got to work on just getting solid forehands, solid backhands, not messing up our ground strokes.
The girls tennis team had a big win yesterday against Northwest Whitfield down at Lakeshore Park in Dalton. Played really well. In fact, I think it was the best match we've played all season. I kind of juggled the lineup just a little bit at the top with Morgan Phillips playing number 1 again and Bailey's back at 2. And everybody seemed to play really well. So Northwest is not as good as they have been, but they're not bad either. So I was really proud of all of our singles players. Morgan won at number 1 pretty easily. Bailey right back on the winning track at number 2, and Mia Callahan's been really great for us at number 3. She hasn't lost a singles match. So when you can get 3 singles win, the match is over, and that's what our girls did yesterday.
I was pretty nervous about today, but I just came in and I really focused, and I already told myself in my head that I got this one under my belt. So
our doubles played well too, though. We all went on at the same time. And Ellie Jost and Lauren Mock were off just like that. They won 6-0, 6-0. Big win for them at number 2 doubles. And then Courtney McKenzie and Reagan Simmons followed them up pretty quickly as well with a straight sets win. So really big win. Puts us at, I think, 5-1 in the region, second seed in the region tournament, which starts on Monday down at the same place we played yesterday. So we're right where we need to be, and we got to practice hard the rest of this week in order to knock off Central Carrollton. And I think with the lineup change we've got going on, I think it's going to give us a really good shot at beating them next week. So we've won the region tournament and been region champs, I think, four straight years. So we want to keep it up this year. We got a good group, and I think they can do it.
Congratulations to both teams. A win over Northwest is a win for all of us. Anyways, time to report on something we don't normally report around here, and that is our weight room.
And just to make sure, Jameson, the weight room is right next to Ox Gym.
Tate, I concur with you.
Yeah, Shookmeister. But there's some news coming out of the weight room. We do have new weights.
Oh, that's cool. Also, here's Ryan Heat and Hayden Johnson to bring you more information on our new weights.
I come to report to you that we've been able to replace a lot of the older, chipping, broken-handled, rubber-coated weights here in the weight room. Thanks you to Mr. Bradford, Heritage High School, and Catoosa County Schools for allowing us to get the funding to be able to do that. And it's a huge improvement to our program. One, we're not picking up little flakes of rubber or broken pieces off those things all the time. Two, we were able to replace not with just rubber, but with urethane-coated 45-pound plates. It's a lot more durable, and it'll last a lot longer. The new plates also have a smaller diameter than the older ones, which is smaller than our bumper plates. So things we do off the ground, deadlift, power clean, clean pulls, things of that nature, the iron that you would put on the bar has a smaller diameter than the bumpers, so there should be less ground contact, less pounding of those weights as well. So that helps us in a couple of ways. And very thankful to have these things. Hopefully this will last a long time. The plan is for it to outlast Coach Gibson. So we'll see how that goes, and hoping it'll stay fresh, stay looking good, but also very useful in the long run. And once again, we're very thankful to our principal, our school, and our system for allowing us to do that and improve our weight room to give you guys a first-class facility.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the new weights and weight training. I'm happy the school provided us with the funding to get them. It's really going to help out the kids in the weight training classes, build some muscle.
And finally, we wrap up the sports segment with one of our favorite segments. It's time for sports trivia.
That's right. Carson Green, Damon Jones, and Cameron Boatwright are here to bring you some more sports trivia. And I wonder if anyone can knock off Coach Green like Gonzaga knocked off Creighton, Tate.
Well, I doubt it.
yeah. Little song for the sneakerheads.
FTC.
Why not?
561.
Let me get a.
Let me get a heat check, heat check,
Heat check.
heat check, heat check, heat check. Can I get a heat check, heat check, heat check,
yeah,
heat check,
yeah,
heat check, heat check, heat check, heat check,
Heat check.
heat check, heat check,
Check, check, check.
Let me get a.
About 250. Hey, here we are back with now, I believe it's your three-time champ.
Three-time champ, baby.
You took down Bobby in the head-to-head. I mean, seemed pretty easy, but are you ready for this week?
Yeah, did y'all find somebody other than Bobby? I mean, I'm getting tired of beating him.
Bobby will be in this edition, but we have other contestants. All right, for the first question, who is the NBA's all-time points leader? Is it A, Wilt Chamberlain, B, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, C, Michael Jordan, or D, Kobe Bryant?
Wow. Well, I'm not 100% sure on this. I'm going to say Michael Jordan.
I'm going to go Michael on that one.
We go Wilt Chamberlain.
I'm thinking of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
For the second question, how many NFL teams are named after birds? Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 7?
Well, I got to think about that one. I'm just going to say 5. I'm tired of thinking about it.
I'm going to go like 4.
5.
Well, that's a tough one. I'm gonna do like Green does. I'm gonna guess at it. I'm gonna say 5.
Which NASCAR driver was nicknamed the Man in Black? Was he
Dale Earnhardt.
Is that your final answer?
Is that one of the choices?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Dale Earnhardt. I know that. I know my race car, Coach Green.
Dale Earnhardt.
Dale Earnhardt, because he's the only NASCAR guy I know.
For the bonus question now, how many Super Bowls has Tom Brady won throughout his whole career? Is it A, 7, B, 4, C, 6, or D, 2?
Well, whatever it is, it should be minus one of them. I know that for sure because we pretty much gave him one. He didn't win it. But I'm just going to say 6.
Well, I know it's more than the Steelers, so 7.
I'm going to go A, 7.
Oh, man, I got to think about this. Tom Brady, I think he won last this year. I'm going to guess for the bonus and the champion, 7.
Okay, Bobby, you've been competing on this show every week since we've had it. How does it feel to finally come up on top and get the W?
Man, that's nothing like beating Coach Green. I mean, he's been the champ, but I told you one day I will come back. I'm a limousine, diamond ring, Delta flying son of a gun. Woo!
Back to the news now. Once again, our literary team is tearing it up in 2021. Coach Trobaugh's squad even may have came back with some hardware over spring break. Here's Tanner Eady and Jamie Harvey with the recap.
The literary competition is a region competition, and it's a GHSA activity, just like sports or one-act play. So we go to region competition. We compete against all the other schools in the region, just like we do in the sports competitions. The categories are there's essay competitions, there's speaking competitions, such as extemporaneous speaking, there's interpretation, dramatic and duo interpretation. Then there's also music events, solo, boys and girls solo, trio, and quartet. And so we compete in each of those, and when you win, you get 7 points, second place is 5 points, and so on. The winner of each of the areas gets to go on to state competition, which will be April 24th at Buford High School. So we're taking, I believe, 7 events this year in region competition, into state competition at Buford.
I did the personal essay part of the literary competition. It's all related to personal topics where you always get to put your 2 cents in on things related to your life. I was really tired because of the long drive up there, but I asked a lot of questions and I got a lot of info so that I was prepared for the essay. And I used all the strategies that I've developed in all my other language classes, and I showed up and I wrote a good essay.
My name is Stephen Scott. I made first in the region on domestic extemporaneous speaking. I had to speak for 5 minutes on school choice during the COVID pandemic. It was really fun and it was pretty stressful when I went in the room, but it turned out well.
And that'll do it for this special Wednesday edition of the 5-Star News. We'll join back with you guys on Friday for a brand new report. But until then, stay classy, Heritage.